esteemed committee members, and all the principals, educators, parents, and other stakeholders who have joined us live today. We welcome you to the launch of the CBSE Parenting Calendar for the academic session 2025-26. This initiative is a significant step towards fostering a collaborative relationship between schools and parents, ensuring a supportive ecosystem that nurtures every child's potential. This initiative aligns with the vision of the NEP 2020, advocating for a child-centric approach that values the unique strengths of every learner. With structured orientations, meaningful interactions, and collaborative initiatives, this calendar is designed to empower parents and educators alike, creating a cohesive support system for students. We are delighted to have all the stakeholders, school principals, teachers, counselors, wellness teachers, and parents who have joined us in this endeavor. Your participation in today's launch signifies a shared commitment to student well-being and holistic development. I would now request Dr. Sayam Bharajar, Controller of Examination CBSE, to please share his thoughts on this initiative. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. NET. Good afternoon, everyone. Most respected Chairman, sir, all my colleagues and all senior principals present over here today in this room and online also. This initiative was started under the leadership of Chairman Shri Rahul Singh ji, and it is known to me that a discussion was held by the Himanshu ji with the Chairman that this is a very, very important initiative from our side, that what is happening in the entire nation we are very well aware of. Not only the risk which children are carried because of the non-support of the family members and especially by the certain schools also. In the career also, a lot of issues are over there. And the way we wanted to develop our kids, that was missing somewhere. And when it was thought of that, no, we will be going and preparing certain module and support the parents also, so that we would be having a better support system for the students. So the team was constituted, and a team which has been constituted for completing this work, that is of not only eminent principals, but I would be saying, and I am very confident that you would agree to me, that they are very, very respectable people having a lot of experience in dealing with thousands and thousands of students. And with their rich experience, certain guidelines have been prepared by the CBSE, which are being launched today with by the Chairman CBSE. And it is going a very, very long way. You would be able to find out the result also out of it once these will be integrated in the school curriculum or the school timetable, and result will be seen. So I am very, very hopeful that one time will come that each and every member of the school family would be well aware about these factors, these suggestions, and these suggestions will be implemented in such a manner like I would say sugar in the milk, so that no additional efforts are being made. And during the entire discussion or the session or curriculum transition, needful will be done, and we will be able to take care of our students from very, very different perspective point of view, whether it is the health or the psychological status of the mind of the students, or the values in our system which are required to make our nation a developed nation. I would certainly communicate my sincere thanks and wishes to the entire team member that they have worked very, very hard to fulfill this dream of the CBSE. And I am also very sure that with the help of each and every school, we would be able to implement it also very successfully. My thanks to Himanshu ji also, that he thought of this initiative, not only this these guidelines or the schedule was prepared, but many series of the meetings were organized throughout the country and abroad also, where I started getting the feedback, the kind of benefits which schools have started getting with the help of these sessions only. So when this entire system will be implemented, inbuilt in our education system, we will be able to address many problems of the students, and we will be getting best of the results from our students in each and every field, not only in the academics. Thank you, Niti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I would now request Himanshu, sir, our secretary, to please.
Respected Chairperson, sir, Sayam Saab, the convener of the committee that prepared the report, Madam Anuradha ji, all the principals, Dr. Swati Pupat ji, Madam Rekha Krishnan ji, Manju Arif ji, Nivedita ji, Meenakshi Kushwaha ji, Richa ji, Dr. Annie Koshi, Paramjit Singh ji, Diganta Haldar ji, and Irene. I think it is very important to understand, since all the parents, teachers, and principals are joining, that CBSE gives a lot of importance to parenting. I think there are three key players in education. First and foremost is obviously in a school ecosystem is the principal, teachers. The second are the students, and the third are the parents. So it was thought of that if we really want to give holistic education, it is important that parents get to know, what are their duties, what are their rights, what sort of interaction schools should have with parents. Because sometimes what happens, schools are also confused that how to engage with parents, and parents also don't know what is expected out of them. So if you see the report, we have the committee headed by Anuradha ji and esteemed principals have tried to bring a lot of grade specific parenting activities that are supposed to be done. So the idea is that if our schools start engaging with parents in a healthy manner and based upon the guiding principles that have been brought in this parenting calendar, we believe that a lot of healthy and positive engagement will happen. And this is an ever evolving work, and Radhaji will be talking about it more. But what we want to say is that board give a lot of importance to academics and curriculum, and it is and we feel that parents play a very important role in a child's overall education, co-curricular activities. So parents, teachers, and students, all of them have to come together on a common platform to give the best education. So I would once again like to request all the schools to go through the parenting calendar and bring the strategies that are mentioned in this calendar in their school for the coming 25-26 session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I would now request Ms. Anuradha Joshi, Principal, Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, who's also the convener of this committee, to please share with us the journey of making this particular calendar. Thank you so much, madam.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sir, Chairperson CBSE, thank you. Mr. Himanshu Gupta, you too. Sayamji, always a member of the family, and all members of the committee. I'd firstly like to thank the CBSE for giving us an opportunity to explore the possibilities of creating an amicable environment, emotionally amicable environment in schools, to revive certain aspects of the old world, to provide us a platform of collaboration to build positive relationships in response to continuously evolving expectations of all stakeholders. As educators, we are aware that to work efficaciously, there needs to be a continuous dialogue between all stakeholders, pupils, teachers, schools, and the central or state boards, as the case may be. This committee was tasked with building a framework of a parenting calendar. And thank you for limiting the number of days. We got a total of 6 weeks from start to finish. It helped us plan better. Our first meeting, we sought to find a way to address the diverse needs of schools across India and to seek the perspective of parents so that we could build upon a needs analysis that was relevant across our country and relevant to the current times. So the first thing we did was we drafted a survey form to seek information from parents in schools across the country, to add to our own information culled from many years of experience of the committee members, working as educators with pupils and parents, as well as administration. The survey sought to enlist as to what kinds of interventions would be most beneficial and what kinds of support would help schools, parents, and teachers as co-caregivers as children journey through their education systems across schools. Our survey pointed out some very interesting information. To begin with, that almost 71% of respondents said they lived as nuclear families, which wasn't quite the information that we generally thought was available. So the concept of the old aunt or the grandmother providing support to the child was out of the window, which was something which was very common in our country, as a family lived together so children could find avenues for release in not the parents, but family members at homes. The other things that we found were that the communication between parents and schools could be held in a more positive framework where problem solving was the mode and not people being pushed into corners and defense mechanisms coming to the fore. So there was a advance and retreat that would happen in meetings. Parents weren't happy with being called to school too often, so we needed to restrict the number of meetings. That the social media played a large part in dispersing information, that there was a tendency to cherry pick expectations from across the world that at times may not even be culturally relevant to us. Looking at the data and our experience across our nation, we brainstormed for the various kinds of information that we could suggest, interventions that we could suggest, and we settled on very clear two aspects. One was that the calendar needed to be developmentally appropriate, so we decided on giving a grade-wise suggestions. And two, the framework needed to cover 4 basic areas that we called the 4R framework. That is building a relationship with parents and pupils, reinforcing awareness with parents and pupils, reflection on practices, and rejoicing at the growth and the journey of all through the years in school. Therefore, we proposed that each year begin with an orientation session that spells out how the year will pan across from the point of view of academics. What are the expectations of teachers where learning is transacted? What are the behaviors, skills, and attitudes to be expected? What is the growth to be expected during the year? So there was a clarity of communication between parent, between child, and between teacher, and you knew how things would pan out. The other thing that we looked at was parenting advice. Given the era that we live in, we were concerned that socialization, in-person socialization has come down, that adolescent behavior, what was associated with children of the age group of 13 to 15, now starts much earlier in perhaps children of ages 9 and above. These are very young and impressionable children, therefore need that extra amount of care and clarity of communication. We also thought of necessity of linking incremental freedom with responsibility, have thought of more free play for the very younger ones, as suggested by Ms. Popat. The idea of limiting social media for a large number of children, lest they fall into the darker side of the media, social media, were things that we looked at under parenting advice. We also looked at bonding activities for parents and children and schools to build a more positive framework, and a lot of them have gone into the calendar, you would see that. So where school students, parents, and teachers would come together in age slabs to work at something that was joyful, something that created new spaces for people to interact with, and perhaps also understand the school's perspective when dealing with children. The last but not the least was we looked at the fourth idea of activities done by the school in the area of social, emotional, and ethical learning, to say that these were practices that we would do in school and expect parents to help us with the same structure as at home to support the journey and be in coherence with the school. Although the committee has been a small group, but representing the geography of India, the diverse regions of India, and my sincere thanks to each one of them, because we've had fabulous discussions, passionate discussions, but very fruitful discussions in the most ambient of areas and work. And somewhere we supported each other as true collaborators, which I think kind of set the standard for us when we were developing a calendar of this sort. While developing the calendar, we have widened our own envelopes of learning. I'd particularly like to thank Ms. Manju Arif, all the way from Bangalore, Dr. Paranjit from the north, Mr. Haldar from the east, Dr. Swati Popat, who's not here, and friends and colleagues from Delhi, Annie, Rekha, who's not here today, but very much there with us, Meenakshi, and Richa, all of us who have worked so hard. Thank you, Neeti-ji, for giving us the space to put out all our thoughts and work our way through it. And the fabulous Irene. I don't know where she is, but the young one has been absolutely fantastic at documentation, and her positivity encouraged all of us to try just a little harder. We hope you will find the document useful and of value, but like Mr. Gupta said, it is work in progress, like all education is. It's a transformative journey and a transformative area that all of us may find useful. Please feel free to write back to us with your feedback. We look forward to it, as learning is a lifelong process and education is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing, particularly with the NEP, which we hope will be in effect in more areas than we know of. We hope you can find it useful and you will get back to us with your feedback. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking us all through your wonderful journey and making this initiative happen here today. I would now request Chairperson, sir, please to just put in your keynote address.
There doesn't seem to be much. Anyway, I'll make a refer. Good afternoon to everybody who is here in person and the online mode. Special thanks to all the committee members led by Dr. Joshi, Mrs. Joshi, I'm so sorry. And all the members who devoted their time and energy in creating this particular thing. So I must confess at the outset that I was a skeptic regarding an idea of putting out a parenting calendar. Who are we? So my thought precisely was, who are we to be telling parents how to parent, so to speak? So, but Himanshu has always been extremely insistent. So he dragged me rather, to an event in Sardar Patel's school, where there was some sort of a workshop where parents were also there. And slowly, then he again insisted on creating a committee. Said, let's look at the effort. So I think what we have today is a good document. It can be worked upon, worked with. So essentially the risk is to be overly prescriptive. Then what happens that schools, teachers and parents, all the three stakeholders, will in a way not take to it. So it has to be encouraging, or let's say something which the school can then use, draw upon rather, and also adapt to its peculiar situation. So when this output finally came to me, I looked at it and then it appears it fulfills at least that criteria. So it's not A, overly prescriptive. B, it is divided into 4 parts. What the school as a system can do, which anyway most schools are doing. They have not parenting workshops, but parent teachers meetings. Hopefully, most teachers also engage with parents. It also depends on the context. So, schools in certain geographies, there the interaction levels of parents with the schools might be higher. There will be geographies where, because of the social distance itself, it might be lesser, both with the school and the teachers. But what I was extremely happy about is the two sets of activities given in the section 3 and 4 of the output of the calendar which we are releasing today, where we are suggesting grade-wise activities, both for the school and in the class, as well as for the parents. I think that is an extremely good idea. And as Ms. Joshi said, it won't do to cherry pick ideas which are prevalent in the West and then replant them over here. They will never take root. What we have to look at is look at our own context, try to revive those, make the child more socially responsible. Although the jury is still out on smartphones and digital things, because we are also in a way encouraging edtech. So we have, I think as a body, as a board, privately all of us realize that smartphone addiction is a real issue and other things, but still I think still not a closed thing in a way. So there has to be a way to regulate that rather than an outright ban or something. But overall, I think the output is very encouraging. And I would urge all schools to have a very serious look at it and to follow it. Not 100%. Make it as a template, use it as a template for the activities that the school would do. It is not the end all. Obviously, as Ms. Joshi herself said, it's a work in progress. Still, I would say we can base our activities on this. It would do a great service to our students. I once again convey my heartfelt gratitude to all the committee members. And Himanshu, you deserve kudos for finally.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for those words of encouragement to all of us. And I think the moment is here now. We would be formally launching the. Yes.
We'll just show it over. Perhaps all of us can come here and we'll just. Please.
ठीक तो है.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come.
Ribbon खोल ली, ribbon खोल.
Sure.
नहीं, बिल्कुल तो फोटो ना करें.
We're missing Nivedita ji here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chairman sir, Secretary sir, Simon sir, distinguished committee members, educators, parents, and all the stakeholders and everybody who has joined us live here. We have, on behalf of CBSE, extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for joining us. And I am 100% sure that we will be moving ahead with this launch, and we'll be doing a lot in the times to come, especially in this academic year with this particular academic calendar. I would like to again, say thanks to all the committee members who were part of this initiative. They were, as we already have, Mrs. Anuradha Joshi, Principal Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, Delhi, who is the convener. Then we have Mr. Rekha Krishnan, Principal, Vasant Valley School, Delhi. Ms. Meenakshi Kushwaha, Principal, Birla Vidya Niketan, Delhi. Ms. Richa Agnihotri, Principal, Sanskriti School, Chanakyapuri, Delhi. Dr. Annie Koshi, Principal, St. Mary's School, Saptarjang Enclave, Delhi. Dr. Diganta Haldar, Principal, Sardar Bilya Gyanjyoti, Guwahati, Assam. And we also have Dr. Swati Popat Vats. She is the President, Podar Educational Network, Mumbai. Dr. Paramjeet Singh, Principal, Army Public School, Ambala, Kent, Haryana. Ms. Manju Arif from Bangalore all the way, Principal, Delhi Public School. Dr. Nivedita Ganguly, who's joined us live, Principal, DAV International School, Ahmedabad. And I am sure, thank you once again, all of you, for this unwavering support and enthusiasm. We look forward to your continued collaboration in this journey of holistic education and student well-being. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Manish, close the.